It all started with one little photo, and now I am living so intentionally, I cannot even believe it. It's so strange to me how much just a simple act of gratitude can really change your mood and your life. And so I'm Leslie, if we haven't met yet. I'm a school counselor by day. At night, I work in private practice. And on the weekends, I do YouTube. So that's my life, helping people live more intentionally, mindfully, providing some self-care and overall holistic wellness. And I decided I would go on a 30-day gratitude challenge. Gratitude is something that is often talked about in psychology as being like the number one easiest way for you to reduce your anxiety, reduce your depression. And even though I have like this huge background in psychology and I know a lot of the coping strategies and tools to use, and I know to do gratitude and all these things, sometimes I find myself still struggling. And so if you stay to the end of this video, you'll get to hear a little bit more about my personal story and journey through this process. So the first thing that I want to talk about is really what happened when I first decided that I was going to do this gratitude journal. And sometimes I felt like in my journaling practice, when I would practice gratitude for myself, I was like, I don't even know what to be grateful for. You have to be so specific about the things that you're grateful for. And while I could find those things easily, like appreciation for my husband, and I really practiced that a lot, and that helped our relationship grow tremendously. And it can with any relationship. It's one of the best ways to nurture a relationship that's important to you, is to find the little things of appreciation about that person that is happening. And so I knew that I appreciated and practiced gratitude sort of naturally anyway, but it was capturing that moment that I struggled with the most, like remembering that gratitude and being able to look back on it. And so I thought, what is a better way than but to take a picture? And so I said, okay, I'm going to use ChatGPT and I'm going to have it create some different prompts for me so that I can have something like dedicated to look at and focus for each day. Because I found in general, sometimes it was hard to overall all the things that happened today, what is something I'm grateful for, and just sort of last minute be thinking about it. And so having a specific prompt, I felt like was going to help me target that goal in my life of finding that thing that's grateful for in that day. Well, then I was like, I am going to try bullet journaling. And I even did an October spread about my bullet journal. And I was going to do that again for November, but when I started, and I even started it, I don't think I did, let's see, what all did I do? Oh, I had done it for September spread, and then I decided I was going to do the October spread. And I did put a little cat for the Curious Cat, which is the videos. If you haven't seen my videos previously, I have the month of October, I did a series of videos on curiosity, so check those out because they're really, really good and interesting. But I decided I would put the prompts in here and then write a little bit, and I was going to add the pictures. So as I started, I put all the little prompts in here and I started writing, right? And I'm going to print these pictures and stick them in here. Well, the printer that I have is like this little micro printer that you connect from your phone to the printer and you can just print it out. Well, I could not find it. And I had my husband look all in his office. I have no idea what happened to it or where it went. So then I was like, well, I'll just print them off at Walmart. But then how am I going to do that every day and try to keep up with it for the whole month? And it was not working, and I was frustrated. I was like, I'm going to do this challenge. I don't know. And then I was looking at the prompts, and then by the time we get to a prompt, I would be like, But that didn't really happen today, and I don't know if that's the prompt that I really needed for that day. And then I was like, well, I might be able to do that prompt for that weekend. And so then I started changing up when the prompts were, and that was kind of a big mess. So then I went on a hunt to figure out like what exactly I could do, and I decided that I can't show you my phone because I'm using that to videotape, but I will show you the app. It's called One Day, and I downloaded the One Day app. You may have heard of it, but it's basically where you take a picture each day, and if you take more than one picture, I think it charges you, but I was only meant to do one picture a day because I feel like you can overwhelm yourself by taking so many pictures. Only do that if there's like a specific event. So then I just decided, okay, if I have a moment that I recognize that I appreciate for that day, I'm just going to snap the photo, and then at night I will add it to that calendar, and I have like an alarm set that goes off right when I'm doing my journaling at bedtime anyway, and I upload the picture, write 2 sentences about it, and I just take in that moment to really appreciate the experience that I had to go through that day. So that's kind of my journey of figuring out how to do this challenge and the obstacles I encountered and what I found that was going to work for me and be most successful. So I used the One Day app. So this is inside the Day One app where I put pictures and typed in different things that I was grateful for. This is one of the views. This is the calendar view form of it. And this is just the media view of it, which is my favorite way. I'm grateful for my morning tea. I'm grateful for my morning walks with Molly. This is the student who makes me origami butterflies. And this is our family going to see the Wild Robot movie. The mural I painted on the wall, and so many more other moments of joy. This 30-day challenge, it started to help me see how other people were seeing gratitude in their life. So if they were appreciating something, and I had this one student, there were a couple of things that she did, and she would come into my room and she was like, oh, it's so peaceful in here. It feels so good and at home. Like I had the lights dimmed and I had some lamps on and I had like a little Scentsy going, so it smelled really good, and I had some music playing, so it was just creating a whole vibe for me just to experience something pleasant at work. And so I really appreciated her appreciating my space and my effort in doing that. And then she went over to my stack of balloons that I have, and I don't know if she blew the balloon up or the balloon was already there, but I looked at her and she had this yellow balloon in her hand, and she was like, oh, this is the prettiest yellow. I just love this yellow. And I was like, look at you just being grateful for something as simple as the color yellow in a balloon. And I just thought it was just really fantastic. So then she ended up writing on here her name and saying she loves me with a whole bunch of hearts, and she took a tack and stuck it up on my wall. So it's moments like that that I really, really cherish. I'll add a picture of us, me and Haley. And anyway, I just thought it was nice to see when you're grateful for something, you spread that joy, and you can create this like ripple effect of appreciation for other things in life. So my last story has to do with me struggling this week. And my husband came home on Monday night and he said that he'd had like a rough day at work, and it made me really sad because I don't like seeing him not really enjoy his job. I mean, he has moments that he does, and there are moments where he loves teaching, and then there's moments when he doesn't. And he and I both, our personalities are an 8 on the Enneagram. So we're both like non-confrontational. We don't like any problems to arise. And in some aspects of teaching, you have to deal with the discipline. You have to deal with things like that. And when it's not in your personality, it just makes it very, very hard. And we're both introverted, so that makes it like even harder to have to like be in front of people all day long. Not that teaching can't be for an introvert, it can. And not that introverts don't like to socialize or be around people. They do. It's just you get more energy from being alone. So anyway, that's a tangent I hope I may need to cut out. But so I was struggling with that, and then I had gotten an email response back from another YouTube creator who I had asked to like be a accountability partner, but like I probably jumped the gun a little bit and didn't get her to know me well enough before just asking that, and so I got rejected from that. And then I felt like, and then a lot of times I feel very rejected from just YouTube in general because my videos get very minimal views, if like 0 watch time. I mean, I will get views to my channel. Somebody may even click on my video, but I mean, they're off pretty quickly, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like my videos aren't that bad, but then again, I know they can be better. And that's not necessarily my issue, but it does like wear you down, where you put so much effort and energy into like wanting to let others, help others and bring them value. And then you can't really do that unless people want to watch, and they're buying that with their time, and time is the most valuable thing that we have. And so I do value you when you do watch my videos, and when you do like or comment or provide any kind of feedback. That's always amazing and always welcome. So I was getting kind of down and out about that. Our pool hasn't been working, so my husband's been like upset about that, and like how much financially we're gonna have to give to like figuring out how to fix the pool. So we just got that fixed, so it worked out in the end. But anyway, that just to say, I didn't even realize how many things were happening. I'm very easily like let go of things. I'm very positive mindset, and I don't tend to like sit with the problems long because I don't want to. But occasionally when it adds up to several things over time, then I get in a place where I'm like, I feel horrible, but I don't know why. And I'm doing all these things. I'm taking the dog for a walk. I'm eating healthy. I'm exercising. I'm doing my morning routine. I'm journaling. I'm trying to take care of myself. And yet I still like feel like crap. And I think that's good for all of us to be aware of, that at times we're going to feel like that. But I ended up meeting with a friend. We hadn't gotten together in 4 months, so I had been really bummed about not getting to be able to like figure out how to hang out with her, because you know, like everybody's is super busy in their own lives with their own kids and their own families and all the things, right? But we ended up being at work together. She had some time available and I had some time available where we didn't have kids, so we could go out to eat for dinner. And I was telling her about all these things and my videos, and how I'm doing this gratitude challenge, and how I feel weird about like feeling this way when I'm like practicing gratitude and it's supposed to be this natural antidepressant. And she was like, well, like you just showed me all these wonderful things that are happening in your life, and you have like your book club to look forward to, and you have this like camping trip coming up, and you have so many wonderful things in your life. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And even if my videos aren't just like taking off, my daughter is like my biggest cheerleader, because every time I say something about it, she's like, Mom, it's gonna be fine, you know, it takes time. And I'm like, where did you get this from? And like, yeah, me, like this would be me telling me that. So I just let her tell me those things, and I have to just keep reminding myself that it does take time. And in the end, if people watch or don't watch, it doesn't really matter. I know that I am learning and growing from creating these videos and taking these time to like create these challenges and having all these like great ideas that I just have to share with the world because I cannot keep them contained, and I just have such a passion for it. So yeah, after our conversation, I just like thought about my gratitude a lot more, and it like sort of snapped me out of it, which is typically usually what happens. Okay, so I have 3 takeaways from this video. The first takeaway is that you should definitely download the One Day app and start taking a gratitude picture every day. The second takeaway is to notice other people's gratitude and appreciate others in their gratitude. Then the third takeaway is that when you are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated, just intense emotions that you don't even know where they have come from, go through that One Day app and start looking at the things that you're grateful for. Start focusing on the things that you have in the future that you're looking forward to, and go eat dinner with a friend. And I'm sure that can help cheer you up and get you out of the funk that we sometimes get in every day. Or not every day, but every once in a while. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. That means you are the kind of person that I try to be, and we would be besties if we could meet in real life. So subscribe to my channel, look in my description and find out how you can get in touch with me more, sign up for newsletter. There's lots of different things that you can do to interact with me. Comment something that you're grateful for as well, and we can get some conversation started and go master your next moment.